God bless. Good afternoon. So this video is going to be about really just me just thinking about things yesterday. You know, I just feel like, you know, sharing it with you guys that, you know, I was just thinking overall, like, I'm a thinker. Like, I am such a thinker that sometimes I will stress myself out, and that will just lead me to either not sleeping or just getting myself so excited or just so stressed about the process that I'm trying to do that it will cause my blood pressure to go up. Now, I wanted to share, sorry, I'm in line at Walgreens. I wanted to share, you know, that particular thing, because if you're anything like me, we need some help. Meaning, you know, we overthink so much, and, you know, we get ourselves so worked up on life and on situations that we cannot control that we end up stressing our own selves out, whether it's, you know, good or bad, that, you know, we forget that why are we doing this to us when God says come to Him, right? And, you know, same way we go to God, the same way we gotta sit there and also reflect on ourselves. You know, what we're doing, what are we doing to, you know, how you say that, achieve whatever it is that we're trying to achieve. So, meaning, what are you trying to say, Mama? Meaning, you know, we could be the blocker of our own blessings, the blocker of the reason why we're so stressed out at times, why we're not getting enough sleep, why we're so tired, and why are we trying to fight, or why are we trying to handle something that only really we have to come to God for. So, you know, I have so many ideas of what I want to do. I have so many passions, you know, and there's one particular passion that I'm really, you know, really heavy about. And listen, when I tell you, when I'm passionate about something, I take out notebooks and I research for days and days at a time. Same thing with the homeschooling. You know, I research for like, oh my God, so long, and I get caught up in it and worrying and thinking, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, I won't be able to achieve this or a certain goal in life, when really, honey, what you put out there is what you're gonna receive. You know, you gotta watch the way you speak about things. And I learned that, it hit me this morning, like, I'm sitting here not only doubting myself, but doubting God, because I'm not putting my trust and faith in Him, you know. And that's what I feel like, wow, like that, I don't know if it's a message from God, because I don't want to say that, but I just feel like it was a reality check. Like, Mama, you're trying to sit here and you're trying to achieve this and achieve that, but in the same token, you're doubting yourself. You're sitting there saying, no, it's out of my reach, which is, you know, to human it may seem that way, you know, but when you know God and you believe in God, and if it's for you, then you know God can open doors that no man can. So I was like really like, oh, sorry, I got slapped in the face, didn't I? Because, meaning where I had a reality check. You're stressing about this, you're stressing about that, you're very passionate about it, your goals, but yet in the same token, the same way you're passionate, you're negative. You're negative about the outcome. You're negative thinking that one minute you have happy thoughts, and the next minute you're thinking, oh, it would never be like that, it would never be this, it would never be that, I won't go back to this. No. And I noticed that, and it was like a reality check where I had to say, you know what? I'm the one that is hindering my own self. I'm the one saying, no, Mama, you can't do this, you can't do that, you're right, you're too old for this, you're 35, nobody gonna, wow. So you see what I mean? No wonder why sometimes we get so frustrated, so anxious, and don't understand why, and then we go to turn to God, like, God, why not me? When whoa, honey, God's looking down like, maybe, honey, it's not me, it's you. You're not allowing me to undo the undoing for you and transition you into something new. Hold on. We're not allowing God to do the undoing in us and transitioning us into whoever He wants us to be. You know, and it's like, wow. That was like, I believe it was a word from God. And I'm like, oh my God, that is so true. so true. Like, I'm not allowing myself to transition, and I'm really battling against myself when really I'm supposed to surrender to God and also keep the faith and do what I'm supposed to do and allow Him to work. You know what I mean? So this is what I say. You know, a quick thing is, I just want to put this message out there for whoever, maybe it's someone out there going through the same situation with me, like me, where we feel like, you know, we're never going to achieve a certain goal that we're truly passionate about. Let go and let God. This is why I say, you know, oh, I let God fight my battles, because I can't. You know, it's like one of those things where talking to like a brick wall with somebody, or certain situations that no matter what you say, what you do, how you handle it, that person or thing is still gonna be there talking its junk, or sitting there being negative, or sitting there trying to create havoc. And at this point, I'm just gonna let God handle, because I'm good. You know, and this is what I say about how we can block our own blessings, where, you know, I'm moving up, guys. So, like, well, I am blocking my own blessings, because no matter how much research I can do, because like I said, I'm a research freak, no matter what, yeah, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, but in the end of the day, I'm getting all overworked. Blood pressure going high. You're getting a headache. You got tension headaches. Your neck hurts, your back hurts, because all the tension, your muscle. It shouldn't be that hard. Listen, I know as human beings, we think we can do it all, you know, but really, God is the one with the last say so, you know. So yes, of course, it's achievable. But also, if God allows it to be, then it was meant for you. And don't ever take your losses as a losses. And at the end of the day, it's all lessons. And it makes us stronger and wiser, because we're not going to start from scratch. You know how people say, oh, now I got to start from scratch because, you know, I won't be able to accomplish this, so I have to go back. Oh, no, you're not starting from scratch, because when you start from scratch, you start from nothing. Literally nothing. But when you start over, is now you have the knowledge and the wisdom and the tools to utilize to go forward. And you know what not to do, what to do, how to handle things. You know what I mean? So don't be afraid to move forward whenever we go ahead and, I wouldn't say a fail, when God doesn't open that door for us, when God says, no, we're gonna have to close this, girl, or mama, or young man, or man, whatever. But you gotta learn, once you're real with yourself and you learn to go through the emotions and you learn to stop pretending, then you're allowing God to work in you. And this could be, you could face any obstacle in life, not just goals, not just anything. It could be your marriage. It could be I don't know, your job place, you know, where the relationships are not working out, and you trying to communicate with them, and they're just not grasping, and they don't want to understand the minutiae of things, which are the details of the situation. So therefore, it makes your workplace a lot harder, or your marriage a lot harder, because there's no communication. So now you have a barrier, and now you're just frustrated, and you're like, let go and let God. Some things are just out of our hands, and it's true. And this is just a life lesson in general. I was feeling like I take on too much. I put myself in such a high standard that when I don't achieve anything that I wanted to do, I get real down on myself. Same thing, this is what I tell you, same thing about weight loss. I get so down on myself. You'd be like, oh my God. Girl, anyone would be so appalled. And this is what I'm working on, because again, I gotta learn it's okay, it's all right, it's okay if you don't make it here, there, and there. If you try, and God knows you tried your hardest, it's okay. Remember, God has the last say so in our life and our plans, because we could plan all we want, but God's gonna be like, oh really? Huh? Really? Okay, then let me show you the real blueprint. You get what I'm saying? I just feel like they need to say it, because I know me, and I know there's probably some people out there like me that, you know, we get so heavily down on ourselves, or just feel like nothing could be accomplished, or we're too old because we're in our 30s, and, you know, we're this. No, don't do that. We're already going through enough battling ourselves. Let's just be more uplifting and just be real with ourselves. And of course, you're going to prepare for the worst of any outcome. But in the end of the day, be mindful and say, you know what? Lord, if it's for me, you will allow it. If not, then he didn't want you to enter through that door. You know, and we got to learn, you know, men will plan their own life. And when we think we have it all figured out, and then it doesn't go our way, so therefore we get very discouraged, or like I said, hard on ourselves, or we take it out on our spouse, our children, or our job place, or whatever. No, don't do that, because now you're creating more havoc when none of them had nothing to do with it. You know, this is what I'm saying. Life is too short to be living unhappy, to be living in a facade, to be living recklessly, because time waits for nobody. We're living on borrowed time. And if you think I'm gonna spend my time that could be gone, I could be, Lord forbid, you know, we could be gone any instinct, or life is nothing but a vapor, like God says, where you're here today and going tomorrow. I'm not gonna waste my time releasing bad energy and dwelling on the whatnots and what ifs and all. No, I'm not doing that. I'm living in realistically and being real with myself. I'm not gonna pretend to be something or that I'm not, or I'm not gonna pretend that this is okay to feel like this when you're just existing now. You're not living, you're just existing. Because when you're just existing, you're just here. But when you're truly happy and living, and you may not have others have. You've never seen a couple or a family that you say, wow, look at them. They don't even have much, but look at them, they're just happy. You know why? Because they're not pretending. They are living. They're not just existing, but they're living in their moment and in their truth. What is the sense of always downing yourself or downing your situation? Instead, say, you know what? It is all right. We're going to get through this by the grace of God. And we're going to just go ahead and we're going to keep going forward. And, you know, we're going to keep praying, keep having our faith in God. And we're going to make it happen if it's for us. And we're going to just keep grinding it out, grinding it out, grinding it out. And yes, grinding it out. You know, and if you know you put forth your best efforts and it doesn't work, okay. And I know it's going to bother us. Of course, we're human. But please don't doubt yourself doing any of that, because we're good at that. Us humans are good at that, because we're too scared. And sometimes we need to take that risk, because we are blocking ourselves with the, what if this doesn't work? What if I fail? What if they don't find me this way? What if I don't make the cut of the deadline of my paperwork? I don't know. But the point is, you will never know until you do it. So therefore, why not just do it and pray to God? Or how about this? Let's go to God first. Pray about it, and then we'll proceed from there. Let's not block our own blessings. Let's get out of the way. Let God do all the undoing. And you know what? Let God transition us to be who He put us on earth for. Because we're so busy trying to run a race run by just merely us, when God is the head of the race. God is going to direct. We're going to ask God to direct us, give us a vision, a clear vision, clarity. You know what I mean? I feel better now. My mom's going to be mad about this shirt, but it's Call of Duty, sorry. But it was my son's when he was younger. But the reason why I pointed it out, because you're talking about God and you got Scarface, sorry. No, but seriously, yes. And I'm one of them. I'm one of them hard people that I know my potential. I know what I bring to the table. The china, I bring the chair, the tables, and the china set, baby. Because you know why? that's just a person who I am. I'm very passionate, and I'm very, very outgoing. I'm very determined, if you will. And sometimes I notice, and without realizing it, I put my own self backwards because I'm too busy doubting myself. You know? So with that being said, I'm gonna stop doubting myself, and I'm gonna make it do what it do, baby. I'm gonna go ahead and go do what I have to do for me. And if it's God's will, He will allow it. I'm gonna communicate, have that talk with God. And let's not just talk to God when we want a blessing. We need to talk to Him on a regular, on a daily. You know, I don't care if it's 2 minutes. Hold on, guys. Let me pull up. Hold on. So anyways, honey, like I said, don't ever quit because of people. Listen, like I say this in every one of my videos, you are special in every way possible. And I feel like if someone gotta always constantly down you, then unfortunately they see something in you that they wish they had, you know. And if you're gonna down someone's craft and detour everything about them, then that says a lot about you, and you need some work yourself, not you. I'm talking about that individual who's doing something, you know. And you know, because a person who's truly happy and truly blessed is not going to do all of that, because there's no peace. There's a difference. You can have everything in the world, guys, just because, you know, people see, a lot of people like to pretend, because that's the easiest thing to do, is pretend. But when you real with yourself and you start seeing things like, ooh, I should work on, ooh, then they become very defensive. Like, nuh-uh. One step is being able to admit and say, okay, I need to change, I need to do better. I know, God, this is why I haven't reached these heights, because I'm not allowing you to transition me, because I'm not being real with myself, you know. And this is the thing I say, because I'm a person that wants everyone to win, you know, and I gotta understand that everyone has my mentality, and I used to find myself very offended by that when people used to talk about me when I was younger or even some time ago. But you know what? I'm at such great peace that I laugh. And when you get to that stage, when you laugh, oh, child, you done got it. You done got it. And this is what I mean. Once you have peace in your life, there's nothing anyone can tell you about yourself, because you're at peace. As long as you're not harming me, messing up any type of income of mine, then I'm good, you know. And you don't waste your energy on meaningless things, because that's how the devil sidetracks you, because he knows you're trying to get to where you're trying to get to, and he doesn't want you to get there. So he wants you to doubt yourself, say you can't make it, you ain't got the skills, you can't do this. You don't know me. You must not know me, you know. And you have to have that attitude. Don't only just speak it, but believe it and receive it, okay? Don't let no one talk to you any type of way. But also remember, and I always will say this, pick your battle wisely, honey, because trust me, the devil will sidetrack you in 2.2 seconds. Now you're going to sit there in the corner like, oh my God. You know. And hey, it happens. It's life. We're human, you know. It is what it is. But don't ever entertain it, you know. Just let that fall go and pick yourself right back up and say, I fell once, I ain't gonna fall again, honey. Don't just lay there. So I don't know who else need to hear this message, but honey, I just want to let y'all know I'm right there with y'all. I'm sitting here and I'm always telling myself, you know, as of today, I say to myself, you know, no more doubting yourself. You got this. You know your potential. They know your potential. You know, meaning, you know, I'm very confident in the sense where I know my craft. Why am I acting like this? Because of what? Of fear? Fear doesn't come from God. Fear comes from whom? The devil. So, no. And once you start rebuking the devil in the name of Jesus and start putting on the armor of God, the chest plate, he don't like that. So what you need to do is put on your chest plate and start uplifting yourself, encouraging yourself, you know. And listen, not everyone's gonna like what you're doing. Not everyone is gonna, you know, even my YouTube, not everyone's gonna like what I say or what I put out there or what I do. But you know what, at the end of the day, I'm reaching some people, and people might just dislike, which is fine. That's your opinion. I'm not gonna go down everyone's throat who don't like my content, but I will try my best to put out something. But then again, it's like, okay, no matter what you do, mama, if they don't like it, they don't like it, right? So you gotta do what you gotta do and stay true to you and the code. And you say, what code? The code of you never be a sellout. You never sit there and change who you are to be liked, to gain following. No, because you're a leader, and once you're a leader, everyone follows you. Meaning, like, wow, that person is really teaching us something. That person is really positive. That person is not pretending, they're living in their truth. And that's what we lack in this day and age. All right, we lack in this day and age a lot of people pretending, and they're not truly living their best life. They're only doing certain things to impress. I don't got time to impress. I don't. I got kids. I got kids, and I got aspirations in life. All right. So, meaning whatever I do is gonna help my children, and that's always been my goal. And even if you're single and you don't have children, then do it for yourself. Owe yourself that. You know, you want the finer things in life, go ahead. But remember, you know, finer things are great, but make sure your spiritual, your mental is right with God as well. Because you can't take those materials with you. Watch how you treat people as well. Because remember, God can take anything from you in the blink of an eye. You know? Humble you quick. You know? So this is just all, even me, when I take everything and I take it for what it is. I don't sit there and, how you say it, blame others. I blame myself. That's it. I blame myself. It is now. I blame the way I made up handle certain things, or the way I should have ran a different route of situations. But in the end of the day, it was all a lesson learned. And like God says, all right, guys. So basically, like I said, you know, once you start, you know, as you grow older, you notice how things are just a lot different. Things are just a lot. You see everything for what it is and what it's not, you know. And I'm not gonna waste my time lying to myself, you know, or trying to, you know, put myself down whenever I don't reach a certain expectation that I had of myself. I'm not doing that, and I'm not gonna allow others as well. So this is what I mean, you know. We live in a cruel world, but guess what? Only the strong survive, right? So I know we are like warriors. I know that, you know, things could get hard on us. Things, you know, we got family, we got kids, you know, we got parents. Some of us take care of our parents. Some of us, you know, have to constantly be the breadwinner or whatever the case may be. You know, it could be strenuous, but just know that God's a waymaker, okay? And all you have to do is just forfeit yourself to God and allow Him to give you clarity and undo the undoing, so you can go ahead and transition. Because sometimes we sit here and we just wonder why things are not going the way we want, when really that's just a want. When God says, you know, let me show you the way, you know. So, you know, also, you know, we just gotta be giving God more glory, baby. More glory, more positive. Not saying we're not gonna feel. Yes, we're gonna feel. Yes, we're gonna hurt. Yes, we're gonna cry. But that only what? Weeping may endure for the night, but joy cometh in the morning. All right, let's not just give God the glory when, like I said, when we are blessed, when things are finally going smooth sailing. No, even in the rough times, crises, everything of that sort, we got to give God the glory. We got to give God the glory. So on that note, guys, I hope this helps whoever I needed to let this information out to, because it's helping me grow as a person, as a woman, as a mother, as a wife, as a sister, as an aunt, and as a daughter, you know. So I hope this message touches anyone out there. I hope it made sense, because y'all know I jump around a lot. But alright guys, and then, you know, sometimes we find ourselves like, why me, Lord? Why me, God? And sometimes we find ourselves going through the most stormiest storms of so many things. We're like, why me? But you know what? Only God knows what he's doing. He gives his battles to the most strongest persons. And you're like, why would he give me a battle? Because honey, after the storm comes what? The light. You know? So that's why I used to say to myself, for instance, why am I going through this, Lord? Why am I going through this? Why me? But I learned not to question God, and I learned to see, all right, God, like I always say in my videos, you know, that's why I say, you know, I went through the biggest storm. What is a few raindrops with negativity? Or that's why I don't entertain the raindrops. This is how I look at it. I don't entertain the raindrops at all, because I know I could withstand that. The same way I can let go and let God, and even if I have to cry it out through my stormiest storms, I'm going to do so. And allow myself to go through the process, because I know my God got me. You know, whatever it is I want to achieve in life, whatever it is I may go through, you know. And this is why raindrops don't matter to me. Instead, I pray and I pray to keep me on a straight path and give me the clarity to see things with an open eye and see and go through the in-betweens to say, oh, I know why. I know why these raindrops are coming, and I'm going to shut the door. Don't acknowledge and shut the door. Don't go outside when it's starting to rain, right? That's what I'm saying. The little raindrops is, okay, I see it drizzling, it's starting to trickle it down. Now, if I go outside, I run a chance of it storming and hailing, right? No, what I'm going to do is wait for that to, like, surpass, and then. But sometimes we get the raindrops, then come the storm. But guess what, baby? I'm going to weather the storm. All right, guys. On that note, I hope you guys stay blessed, safe, and, you know, pray during this time. The devil is active. The devil is busy. I pray for your loved ones. Cherish your loved ones. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself. Tell yourself you did a good job. You know, instead of speaking negativity to yourself and like, oh, you know, you could have done better, Sharice. You could have done better. No, mama. You know what? Next time, just push harder. You know, and don't take this route. Instead, take this route to it. And you're going to be okay. Speak kind words to yourself. Because whatever you put out there, you'll receive it. Until the next video, stay blessed, stay safe, and God bless, baby.